What's good, beloved collective? I pray that this message is finding you in shalom, peace, nothing missing, nothing broken. And let's just inquire of the Most High to see what the message is for you today in this moment. Ooh, okay. Let's see what else comes out here. Wow. Okay. So what I have first and foremost is reconciliation. And then the next card is grace, access granted, higher perspective. And then two more came out. Oof. Generational wealth and fire. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So remember that this is going to be reliant on your intuition. So as I'm speaking, if you have to make something fit, don't force it. But if as I'm speaking, it just like all is flowing to you, like, you know, clicking and really clearly showing you the story or the narrative, that's how you know if it's for you. Because I do not want anybody to go and out of this message reconcile with some toxic individual who is totally proven their colors to be bullshit. Like, don't do that. We are not required to bend over backwards for people who refuse to do the inner work. Okay? So, reconciliation may be meeting your timeline for whoever I'm speaking to, whoever this message is for. And let's just ask for some signs of like how we will know, like some confirmation if this is, how will the person that I'm speaking to know that this message is for them? Wealth transfer. Okay, well that's a good one. Inheritance. Okay, so maybe this actually has something to do literally with like the death of a loved one or something. Let's see if there's any other. Is there any other? You have backup. Okay. So manifestation come to fruition, wealth transfer through via inheritance, and you have backup. So maybe the message here is to be open to reconciliation, specifically with family members. Use grace, because maybe it's going to wow, okay, and I forgot we had pulled earlier generational wealth. So maybe it's like something happened and it was unacceptable, and yet there is going to be a reconciliation that is meant to happen so that this manifestation of the inheritance can come through. And I'm hearing that you have backup based on the cards here, and to remain in a higher perspective. Okay. I get, okay. So maybe what went down like really hurt you or offended you or triggered you, and maybe that's the thing too, is like this doesn't necessarily mean you have to let somebody back in all the way. You can still maintain healthy boundaries, but seek to see, maybe take your journal out or do some quiet time meditating to consider if there's a higher perspective to be a higher perspective to be perceived about this situation. Because wouldn't it be just like something to trip you up due to an offense and like prevent you from getting this generational wealth that's meant to be yours? This message makes me so uncomfortable, probably because I'm a pretty like non-confrontational person. Actually, like I'm very fiery, but I don't like confrontation, especially about like physical or like 3D physical things like money or whatever. I'm like, I do not want to like fight with people about that. So this is definitely not, there was nothing in here that said go fight with people about it. It's all about maybe somebody's going to approach you with reconciliation. Maybe it's worth considering a higher perspective with grace in your heart, remembering that you have backup here. Still maintain your boundaries, because maybe there's something here for you. So anyway, I'm totally trusting right now that the Most High is going to tell you if this message is for you, and that you will not do anything that's going to put yourself into like an unhealthy situation with a toxic person, because that is not what this is. You know, this is something where maybe possibly there's something where you can still have some redemption out of this situation. And then the last card was fire. So I don't know if that's symbolic to you, like in memories, in relationship, or if it's like literally somebody's like zodiac sign, or if it's maybe the timeline, like maybe if it's during a fire sign month, you could be like, oh, sure enough, this message came that this was going to happen, and now it's happening. So I can feel confident knowing that that message was for me, and like this is what it was pointing to. And then remember this access granted. So I'm going to leave that there because this one is a little bit like, ah! But I mean, it's great news overall. Overall, it's great news because you have a purpose. You have okay, there's more. You have a purpose, and this generational wealth is meant to come to you and go through you because the divine knows that you are the one that will do something with it, like do something positive, do something that's actually meaningful and needed. Whereas somebody else, it could either just slip through their hands, or they just leave it in an account, or they, use it for something that's not really good for the collective. So if you're like me and you're the last person that doesn't want to get in the middle of like, family money situations, you might be the type that would just avoid the whole thing for the sake of not having to deal with the conflict. But if somebody approaches you with reconciliation and utilize grace in your heart to, if this message comes to mind specifically, then you'll know, and you can be, trust that you were guided through it. You have backup, it said, and that, maybe this is something that's meant to come to you, and the interpersonal dynamics of the conflict is not good, is like not something that the divine wants to hold you back from getting this, if that makes sense. So anyway, yeah, thank you for participating with the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany. Welcome. You probably are shifting timelines in a way with that announcement, or you already have, just generally speaking, from your spiritual development and growth. So welcome. We are here talking about all things quantum leaping, shifting timelines, spiritual up-leveling, divine identity, and that's who we are. So I hope that you would subscribe and check out the other messages. Maybe some will resonate and are relevant to your path. And mark the bell to all, and we'll see you at the next one. Be blessed, be well, be free.